A very good morning, class 8. Today I am going to explain the chapter number 2, parts of sentences. For this reason, describing how to put a sentence together isn't it as easy as explaining how to bake a cake or assemble a model plane. There are no recipes, no step-by-step instruction, but that doesn't mean that crafting an effective sentence depends on magic or good luck. Experienced writers know that the basic part of a sentence can be combined and arranged in countless ways. So, as we work to improve our writing, it's important to understand what these basic structures are and how to use them effectively. We will begin by introducing the traditional part of speech and the most common sentence structure part of speech. One way to begin studying basic sentence structure is to consider the traditional part of speech, also called word classes. Nouns, pronouns, verb, adjective, adverbs, preposition, conjunction, article, and interjection. Except for interjection, which have a habit of standing by themselves, the part of speech come in many varieties and may show up just about anywhere in a sentence. To know for sure what part of speech a word is, we have to look not only at the word itself but also at its meaning, position, and uses in a sentence. Parts of sentence. The basic part of sentence are the subject and the verb and the object. The subject is usually a noun, a word that names a person, place, or thing. The verb or a predicate usually follows the subject and identifies an action or a state of being. An object receives the action and usually follows the verb. Adjective and adverbs are common ways of expanding the basic sentence. Means to expand the basic sentence is with modifiers, words that add to the meaning of other words. The simplest modifiers are adjective and adverb. Adjective modify noun while adverb modify verb. Adjective and other adverb. Prepositional phrase. Like adjective and adverb, prepositional phrase and meaning to the noun and adverbs. In sentence, a prepositional phrase has two basic parts, a preposition plus a noun or a pronoun that serves as the object of the preposition. Basic sentence structure. Therefore, basic sentence structure in English: a simple sentence, compound or complex sentence. First, a simple sentence is a sentence with just one independent clause, also called a main clause. For an example, money loved. A compound sentence contains at least two independent clauses, money laughed and Jimmy cried. A complex sentence contains an independent clause and at least one independent clause. For an example, Jimmy cried when Judy laughed. A compound complex sentence contains two or more independent clauses and at least one dependent clause. Example, Judy laughed and Jimmy cried when the clowns ran past their seat. Next, coordination. A common way to connect related words, phrases, and even entire clauses is to coordinate them. That is, connect with a basic coordinating conjunction such as and or but. Adjective clause. To show that one idea in a sentence is more important than another, we rely on subordination, treating one word group as secondary or subordinate to another. One common form of subordination is the adjective clause, a word group that modifies a noun. The most common adjective clause begins with one of these relative pronouns who, which, and that. A positive is a word or group of words that identifies or rename another word in a sentence, most often a noun that immediately precedes it. A positive construction of a concise way of describing or defining a person, place, or thing. Adverb clause. Like an adjective clause, an adverb clause is ways dependent on an independent clause. Like an ordinary adverb, an adverb clause usually modifies a verb that though it can also modify an adjective, adverb, or even the rest of the sentence in which it appears. An adverb clause begins with a subordinating conjunction, an adverb that connects the subordinate clause to the main clause. 4 functional type of sentences. There are 4 main types of sentences that can be distinguished by their function and purpose. A declarative sentence makes a statement, babies cry. An interrogative sentence poses a question, why do babies cry? An imperative sentence gives instruction or express a request or demand. Please be quiet. An exclamatory sentence expresses strong feeling by making an exclamation mark, shut up. Thank you very much, class. Hope you all understand these. Try to read 2-3 more times to understand it very carefully. Thank you very much.